Oh, look at, woo! Yeehaw! On this episode of The Guide's Guide, we're going to show you how to jig for coho in shallow water Nanaimo with our buddy Darren from Canadian Hunt and Fish.
Let's get it. Woo! There we go, baby. But that's imitating this bait almost perfectly.
Absolute beauty. There he goes. Woo! Doing the cartwheels. I'm Tyler.
And I'm James. We're going to take you out with local guides to show you their tips and tricks,
so that when you turn up here, you feel like you fished it your whole life. This is The Guide's Guide.
We're going out today with our buddy Darren from Canadian Hunt and Fish, going out in search of some Chinooks and some cohos.
Yeah, we're gonna head out to the Five Fingers here on Darren's brand new striker and do some jigging and show the guys some jigging techniques, eh?
Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah, so let's get out there and get the jigs in the water.
Right on.
Perfect.
We launched from Brecken Boat Ramp today. What a great place to launch from. I think it's $6 to $6.50.
Yes.
They've got double boat ramps, docks down both sides. They've got a freshwater washdown. They even have a fish cleaning station. I mean, the rest of the towns on Vancouver Island can take a leaf out of this book. That's the way to have a boat ramp. We're heading out today to an area called the Five Fingers, in and around that area.
Yeah.
And literally it's 10-15 minutes run from the boat launch.
I'm going to be showing the viewers on how to jig for Chinook and coho. Typically a lot of the people out here will troll, but I'm going to show you some of the tips and tricks that I use to target salmon with the jig.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Made it out to the Five Fingers in no short order here on the old striker. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, fun times.
Absolutely. So what are we gonna fish with?
So I'm using a light jigging rod by West Coast Fishing Tackle, and specifically, what's most important here is the 30-gram micro jigs, single barbless hook, 5 feet of 30-pound fluorocarbon, and then I've got our new 12-strand color-coded braid, which is key when fishing in this area, because we're only in about 35 to 40 feet of water.
Yeah.
And we're going to be fishing between 15 and like 25 feet. So with these 10-foot increments that are on the braid, we can get right to where those fish are.
That's awesome. And you're using the spinning reel.
Yeah.
My setup's a little bit different. I'm using the 13 Fishing bait casting setup on a similar lightweight West Coast Fishing Tackle rod with the black 30-gram. You can absolutely use a 60-gram micro jig when you're here if the bait's big enough, but right now the bait is super, super tiny. But these are just great setups for this. So.
Yeah, so much fun.
Yeah.
And you just got like so much control.
And any of these setups you guys can go and pick up at Gone Fishing at any one of their 4 locations across Vancouver Island. So Darren, tell us about the action you like to use when you're jigging.
Yeah, so when I'm jigging, oh, there's one
there
right
we
now.
go.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Oh, look at, woo! Yeehaw!
There we go, baby. That is a coho.
Let me help you out here, hang on.
Sure.
Let me net them for you.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see if we got an adipose or a clip.
So in this area that we're fishing,
And he's off.
Long line release, no big deal.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun. So speaking of which,
Yeah, tell us about this jigging action you got going on.
Yeah, so my jigging action is fairly aggressive. I like to use kind of a fast action, and I keep my tip pretty low to the water. So when that fish strikes just like that.
Holy cow, look at this.
nice.
That's a bigger one. That's a different fish right there.
Yeah.
Hatchery.
Oh.
Oh, long line release again.
Yeah. These barbless hooks, the fish get off pretty quick.
The Guide's Guide is brought to you by Gone Fishing, Vancouver Island's fishing authority. Parksville Boathouse, boats, gear, ready to go. West Coast Fishing Tackle, the quality anglers deserve. North Arm Knives, built in BC, built to last. Blue Seas Fabrication, your sea deck specialists. Salt Pro Elite, aluminum boat trailers manufactured in Western Canada. What do you got on there, Darren?
I got a Chinook.
Nice.
Pulling the boat around a little bit. So much fun with this light tackle.
What a blast. They're feisty this shallow, hey?
Oh yeah,
It's unbelievable.
so much spunk.
So we got to catch and release these here at this time of year, eh?
Yeah, we do.
When does it open?
Usually middle of July.
Okay.
Settle down, bud. Let's do the old plier treatment. There he goes.
There you go. Well done.
That was fun. Yeah.
So you're supposed to be teaching the rest of us how to fish for these things on the jig. You want to show us how it's done here? Like,
Yeah, sure thing. So, you know, the key is looking at the sounder. So like we got stuff going through at about 25 feet at that time. So I'm going 2 colors and then plus my leader. So that's about 25. You know, some aggressive jigs in that spot, and you just kind of make it enticing for those fish.
are you tweaking your jig in any way so that it swims a certain way? Or are you leaving it flat?
It's pretty flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really do much with the action on the jigs. They're pretty good the way they come.
Yeah.
Plus I like how they fall quicker.
Yes.
And I think that's maybe the key is they drop faster. There's less flutter and it's more, you know, up and down, like
Straight down.
Yeah.
Whirling. Yeah.
so there's some more marks going through at about, you know, 15, 17 feet. So there's another mark at about 22. So I'll go down my 2 colors. See if we can't hook into one here again. Yep.
Jeepers, he's on. That is definitely a nookie.
Oh yeah.
You've got the technique just down pat. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
He's pulling us around.
Oh, look at this guy go.
Right on, Darren.
Sideways. That's a nice fish. That's a 9 or 10 pound fish.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Come on.
What a beauty. Nice
There
fish.
he goes. Nice job, Darren.
Thanks, that was fun.
Anybody that's ever been jigging with Darren before, well, you've probably seen the last couple of shows we've done with him, he is the jig master.
He does have the jigging down pat, doesn't he?
He really does. That fish gave me a little spray in the face there.
James, you know he's 3 to both of our 0s, and we're 2 guys. We got to catch a fish on here.
Yeah, but let's also be honest. I've been doing the film where you've been jigging, so if you want to start jigging, we'll see.
All right, let's do it. One of us has got to catch a fish. I don't care who it is.
It's always fun seeing other people catch fish. Yeah.
Look at this, Ty. Look at the sounder.
Oh, wow. Look at this, guys.
Oh, that was a bite.
Yeah, when I started.
Here we go.
Yep.
There you go. Oh,
Double.
come on, double header.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
There we go, baby.
Oh, jeez, nice one.
That was interesting. One had a little sniff at Darren's and then came over to me and then he hit another one.
That looks like a coho.
That's how it's done, buddy.
Look at all the bait here, guys.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
puking
yeah.
it up.
Look at all the baits puking up.
Now that's immature herring. There you go.
To swim another day.
Okay, Ty, you're up now.
Well done, James.
Thanks, buddy. Took us a little while, but we got in one there.
Yeah. What happened?
It's the
Oh, Tyler's on!
Oh,
Tyler's on.
Yes.
Oh, gone, of course.
Oh.
Tyler can't catch a fish. God, that's a beauty, eh?
Yeah.
That's a hatchery too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Important thing is with this boat is you kind of got to be careful with the hooks. Because
Nice.
you don't want punctures on this boat.
No. Dude, I gotta catch a fish. Come on, boys.
Clean up my bird's nest here.
There we go.
Okay, finally. Tyler.
Feisty.
Tenacious Tyler has stuck with it, and he's got one on. That bait ball came right by the front of the boat.
Look at the sounder, James.
Oh my goodness gracious. There's a little bit of bait on the screen, guys.
Just a bit.
Wow. Nookie or a coho, Ty?
I would say coho the way he's dancing, but I haven't seen his face yet.
I'm seeing a bit of a green back there. And I got spots on his tail. That's a Chinook, my friend. This is proof that jigging technique actually does do something. I took the lure off of my rod. It's a little chartreuse and silver, and I thought that maybe because he had a black and silver, he was catching more fish. Within 2 minutes of Darren starting to jig with my lure, he hooked a fish.
Oh!
What I did there is I've got Darren standing behind me, and oh, beautiful fish. This guy's a jumper. I just decided to imitate move by move what Darren was doing, and it didn't take long to hook into a fish. Trying to get you some mono there, but yeah, there you go.
Oh, just pulled out.
Okay, perfect. Nice. That was a lot of fun.
There he is.
Now you're on.
There he is. Oh! Does. But he's looks like a Chinook to me.
Oh, I'm on.
Here we go.
That's a coho. Whoa.
Oh, mine's a coho too.
Come look at that adipose.
Hatchery.
Nice. We got a keeper. Doesn't have an adipose fin. Way to go, Ty. First one of the day.
I can't hit him in the head in this teeny little boat. I'm trying not to do any damage. There he goes.
I could give you the bonker.
There, he's good. So, here's a coho. No adipose fin. White gums. Okay. The eyes, you can also tell, and then the tail. It's got those kind of streaks to it and no spots on the tail. Beautiful little coho. Probably somewhere like 40, 45 centimeters. They're legal in this area, 30 and up. So we'll give him a little measure and let you know what it is. So Zero's over here and he's right at the 50 mark. So a nice 50 centimeter coho. Perfect for eating.
Oh boy, that's a big one.
That's a nice fish.
Yeah.
He just turned around, saw my ugly mug, and made a run for it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hook perfect too.
Yeah. Nice fish, Darren.
Oh yeah, that's beauty. Look, he's thick. Yeah, there's some nice fish in here for, you know, beginning of June.
Oh, that's a hatchery. Oh yeah, it is a hatchery too. Wow.
Nice.
Man. Right in the maxillary joint there. Perfect hook. Beautiful fish. There you go. Nice one, Darren.
Gorgeous. Yeah, there he goes.
Nice.
Nicely done.
Good fish.
Awesome stuff. So much fun.
So it's been pretty much non-stop action here this evening out with Darren from Canadian Hunt and Fish. And this is what they're feeding on. These are immature herring. This is the bait that we're using. These come in 30 gram and 80 gram sizes, but that's imitating this bait almost perfectly, size-wise and color-wise with that 3D chromatic scale tape on there. Definitely, this time of year when the bait's that size, these are the size you want. We're in 40 feet of water here, catching these guys at 15 to 25 feet, matching the hatch perfectly. Fish on. That's a nice Chinook. He hit about 3 feet off the bottom. Darren said there was some fish down deep, so I dropped it down to the bottom, 2 jigs, and bingo! These guys are pulling the boat right around.
Yeah.
Just matching this hatch perfectly, and the fish cannot stay away from them. And away he goes. That was a nice fish.
Oh, beautiful.
Gotta love it. There it goes. There it goes. Yeah, baby.
God, he hit like a freight train. I literally saw the line moving before I even knew I was hooked. That's hilarious. Wow. He thwapped that like an absolute NASCAR. Oh my God, he's coming for the boat.
Jump in the boat.
Holy.
Is this fun or what, boys?
Oh, this is amazing, dude. God, this is so fun. Beauty little fish.
Is that a coho or Chinook? Yeah, it does look like a coho.
wood.
Yep.
And it's gotten out of its fin.
Oh,
It
it's gotten
does.
out
Let
of
me do a
those.
little release here. Beautiful coho. Sorry.
Nicely done, buddy.
Oh God! Did you see that line here?
Yeah, just like
I didn't even know I was hooked. It was like I was still slack, and I saw the line going. That was awesome.
we are in 61 feet of water.
So they've been up near the top, sort of.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and like we pushed away from the rock here. We were catching fish there. As the tide started to move out, we moved over to this side. We found a huge bait pile and some nice fish.
That's a nice size.
Good size for this.
That's a really
You're not kidding.
There we go, guys. What a fish, Darren. Absolute beauty. Away he goes. Whoa! Doing the cartwheels. Gentlemen, what a day.
What a fantastic day with our buddy Darren from Canadian Hunt and Fish. Light tackle, targeting coho off of Nanaimo.
It was absolutely so much fun. I encourage all the viewers to get out here and try this fishery for yourselves. It's just so much fun. Bring the family, bring the kids. You don't need a lot of experience. You just need to be at the right place at the right time with the right gear.
We hit some great fish. I struggled to get going at first, but you know, these two put on a clinic, especially Darren. He was into 4 before James and I had one on the boat.
Definitely
so.
the jig star of this trip.
But hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of the Guide's Guide Jigging in Nanaimo. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. Let us know if you've tried this area for jigging. We know that Parksville's a huge area where people like to jig as well. And we'll see you guys on the next episode.
There you go.
Yep.
Oh! We're just messing around, heading back to the dock, and we thought we'd do the slow troll with some plugs next to this rock pile before we zoom in. And Darren hooked right up. There you go. Yeah, hatchery.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Think he liked it.
You guys hear that rattle in there, you know that plug works.